All right. Welcome everyone to my summer solstice practice. Thank you all for joining. We'll give just another minute, but in the meantime, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. So far, it looks like we've got Minnesota, Connecticut, Ottawa. Looks like another Minnesota, Oregon, and Minnesota. Wonderful. Thank you all for joining. All right. So, as we are waiting for the last few folks to join us, I just want to share with you a couple upcoming things that I have going on that you might be interested in. Um, First of all, I have my 8-week Yoga for Happy Hips and Shoulders that's starting next week. It starts on June 29th. It's Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central. So that's 10 Eastern. And all of the classes are recorded and you get all of the recordings. So even if you're not able to make it live, you're always welcome to join and do the practices via the recordings. But each week we go through a part of the anatomy. We have a short little anatomy webinar and then a short practice focusing on that part of the anatomy. And so you can find that at Creating Wellness from Within /8 weeks. Hang on, I'm trying to get my, there we go. I was trying to get my mouse to work and now it's going a little crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat so you can have a direct link. And then I also have a 28-day total body reboot beginning August 1st. I'm really excited. This is the first of its kind that I have put together, and I've put a ton of time into this. I'm really excited because I know the biggest complaints I see not only in my TBI world, but in my wellness world as well, people complaining about things like brain fog, fatigue, gut problems, immunity problems, and hormone problems. So this is targeted directly to that. We all know that all these things come down to nutrition, right? And so the purpose of this reboot is to challenge you to ditch some of your unhealthy nutrition habits in order to kickstart a healthier lifestyle and to keep you on track afterwards. So it's a 28-day reboot for a reason because it takes about 28 days to create a new habit. So it's a month-long program. Each week is geared towards helping you ditch a bad habit and add a better nutrition habit and choices into your daily life. So each week builds upon the last week to develop stronger nutrition habits. So week 1 is about hydration. Week 2 is adding in more raw veggies. Week 3, this is a hard one for some people, getting rid of the white stuff, sugar, flour, rice, etc. And week 4 is ditching dairy. And the intent is not to make you give this stuff up forever. It is about giving it up during the challenge to see how you feel. I went gluten-free over a year ago and I felt the difference in 2 weeks. It was pretty profound. And now when I do eat gluten, I feel it the next day. So it's not about giving these things up forever, okay? And so it includes a ton of stuff. It includes weekly Zoom lessons, daily email support to keep you on track, cheat sheets for each week, a detailed workbook. It's a very thorough workbook, habit tracking worksheet, a goals tracking worksheet, recipes. You're going to get a little recipe book, a private Facebook group to share homework and interact with other members, direct access to me in that private group, live Q&A sessions in our Facebook group, and recordings to all the lessons and the Q&A calls. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop I guess I opened the website. Hang on a second here. I'll drop that one in there as well for you guys. And it's also a pay what you choose. It's 17, 27, or 37, depending on what you are able to afford. And I'm hoping to get as many people in here as we can, because it's all about helping everybody feel good. And I know when we start talking about changing up our diets, it can get really scary. And so I want to make this fun and easy for you guys. And then finally, I just want to mention my chair yoga pocket guide. If you purchase it directly through my website, you will get 2 videos emailed to you that complement the book. So just wanted to bring that up as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get going with our practice today. So today's practice is to honor the longest day of the year. It's the summer solstice, the official beginning of summer, even though it has felt like summer for a while with 90-degree temperatures. But it's the official kickoff to summer. It's our longest day of the year, so we're going to honor the light today. And we're going to do some seated sun salutations, and then we'll add in some standing sun salutations, so you can decide if you prefer to stay seated or if you'd like to stand. So it is completely up to you. But we are going to start in the chair, preferably if you have a chair without the arms on it and preferably without wheels. Wheels can cause a problem. It can cause you to go rolling around. But whatever you have will work. Just be safe with it. And if you have a yoga block, that would be great. If you don't actually have a block, a roll of paper towels can work really well. It's about the same size. Or a thick book, or maybe an empty Amazon box that you have. Whatever works. You can find something creative. A shoebox is also kind of the right size. But we're going to go ahead and get started on our chair. So go ahead and find your chair. And I want you to sit to the front third of your chair. I want you to put your feet flat on the floor. And our feet, we should be about shoulder width apart here, about hip or shoulder width, whatever feels comfortable for you. We don't need our feet right next to each other. That can become tiring on the body. So just starting, take a look down at your feet. Lift up the toes, spread them out, and drop them down one at a time, pinky to big toe, making space. Feeling our feet connecting with the earth. And then I want you to check in with your sit bones. Maybe wiggle back and forth, side to side, so you can find those sit bones and try and get equal pressure on your sit bones. And then lengthen through your spine, shoulders back and down, head and neck neutral. You may even wish to pull your chin back just a little, as we tend to be pronated from sitting at computers or our phones all day. And then rest your palms on top of your thighs. And just breathe here. Just your natural breath. In and out through your nose if you can. Breathing in and out through our nose helps calm our nervous system, bringing us in to a state of rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system. I welcome you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or just soften your gaze to the floor in front of you. Take a few more breaths here, getting grounded, letting go of whatever it was you were doing before you came to practice and not worrying about what you have to do next, simply being right here and now in the present moment, being mindful. And then open your eyes. Let's do some big shoulder rolls. So inhale as you shrug those shoulders up to your ears. Exhale as we bring it back down and around the front. Going with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Really moving the scapula and the clavicle. And then we'll go the other direction. So inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale down the front and around the back. One more. And back to center. Now let's turn our head to the right, looking over the right shoulder, keeping the shoulders back and down. And bring our head back to center. And then the left shoulder. And back to center. Now tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Only going as far as it's comfortable for you. And back up to center. And then left ear towards left shoulder. And back up to center. Now bring your hands together, lace the fingers, push the palms to the ceiling, push your feet into the floor. Feel that stretch. Take a little bend to the right and to the left, a little back bend and a little forward bend. And then release the arms down. Let's take our left hand to our right knee. Inhale as you lengthen through your spine. Exhale as you twist to the right. And continue to breathe. Exhale back to center. Right hand, left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Exhale back to center. Both hands to both knees, and we'll do some seated cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, pull the shoulders back, slightly lift the chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale as we round our back into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Going with your own breath. One more time. Inhale. Exhale and hold this one here and just wiggle those hips side to side. And back up to center. Now just keeping your hands on your thighs. We're going to do some circles to the right. Just nice little circles. Waking up our hips and low back. And switch directions, going to the left. And then back to center. Now bring both hands over your heart center. We're going to do seated cobra. So inhale, we'll bring our arms out to cactus and pull those shoulder blades back together. Lightly lift your chin. Exhale, hands back to heart center, changing the cross of your hands each time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, cobra. Going with your breath, going at your own pace. And let's do one more. And then round the shoulders a little. Now let's bring our feet out, our legs out in front of us. Let's just do some ankle rolls going one direction. And then the other direction. And then let's just flex and extend. So point the toes away and then toes to the nose. All right, then bring your feet back in. Let's just take a few big breaths together. So inhale, arms overhead, palms up. Exhale, palms down. And if this is hard on your shoulders, you can bring your arms to cactus, if that's easier, or you can always just keep them on your hips if you have sore shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. This time, bring your hands together and bring your hands down through heart center. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll begin sun salutations. All right, now I want you to grab your block or whatever you are using. Bring your feet a little wider. And we're going to bring the block in front of us. We're going to use this block for support. And we're just going to start with just some gentle movement. So we're going to inhale, arms overhead or to cactus. Exhale, we're going to forward fold from our hip creases, pushing our tailbone to the back, keeping our back nice and straight as we come to the block. Inhale, we're going to look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up, arms overhead or to cactus. Exhale, it's forward fold again. Keeping the back straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, arms overhead. Now exhale, forward fold. We're going to add on. Now as we inhale, let's bring the right arm. We're going to come into a twist. Bring the right arm up. Take a breath here. Exhale, bring the arm back down to forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left arm up to a twist. And again, if this is hard for your shoulder, you can keep it on your hip. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Now this time, exhale, release the arms down. Okay. Now we've warmed up a little. Now I want to move into a seated sun salutation. And then we're going to proceed to a standing sun salutation if you would like. And I'm going to teach the seated first so that you can stay here if you prefer to stay seated. We're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come up and bring the right leg up, knee to chest. Exhale, release the foot, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to bring the left knee to chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Now we're going to add on to this one. So inhale, we're going to push back, and we're going to say we're going to push back to downward facing dog. So when we move to standing, this will be the seated option for downward dog. You can either come here with your arms extended out in front, or you can simply come to seated like this. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, just release the arms down. Okay, now I invite you to stand, and we're going to use the chair as our prop. I'm going to stand to the side so that you guys can see me. We're going to use our chair as the prop. And again, if you're staying seated, you can follow along. Okay, so feet together, about hip width apart. We're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold to the chair. Inhale, we're going to step the right foot back in the chair. You're going to bring it to your chest. Then we can come up to warrior one if you like, or you can stay in the lunge. Exhale, bring our arms to the chair, step the foot forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, come up to warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, release down, right foot forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left back. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. This time, exhale, hands to your side. Okay, now we're going to move on. We're going to do the down dog. So if you're staying seated, Remember, you can bring your hands up into down dog. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step both feet back into plank. And then push back to downward facing dog. I actually prefer down dog with the chair. Pushing those sit bones up to the ceiling, back behind you. Feeling that nice stretch through your hamstrings. Your shoulders should be down away from your ears. Core engaged. Head and neck neutral. Thank you. Inhale, step both feet forward. Sorry, exhale. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up. And then let's do that one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your feet back, coming into plank. And then push back through downward facing dog. You may have heard some teachers say that downward dog is a resting pose and to come into it when you need a break. But actually, down dog is not a resting pose. You're engaging a lot of muscles. It's a wonderful stretching pose. Big breath in. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, release your arms down. All right, now let's come back to our seat. Hands on your thighs, feet on the floor. Stand tall through your spine. Let's just do some stretches. Let's do some nice shoulder movements. We're gonna reach one arm up, stretching that whole side body, pushing the foot into the ground. And then we're gonna switch arms. I call this picking cherries. And then you can speed it up a little. And if this is challenging for your shoulders, you can pick the apples out in front of you instead, if that feels more friendly to your shoulders. So continue picking your fruit. More. And then bring your hands down. Then scooch out on your seat just a little more. Bring your feet wide. Your feet pointing out, making sure you're engaging those thighs so that they're not dropping in. And then let's take our right forearm to our right thigh and just feel that nice little inner thigh stretch. Come back up. And then drop the left arm, the left thigh. Get engaging those thighs. Coming back up. Now let your knees drop in. Move my block. And we're going to do some windshield wipers, just letting those hips rotate left and right. Nice, gentle rocking motion. And then go ahead, walk your feet back in. Now, if you do have your block, bring it out front. We're going to bring both our feet, soles together on it, coming into butterfly. Letting both knees fall out. Trying to relax your hips on each side. Trying to release that tension. Sitting up nice and tall. And if you'd like a little deeper stretch, we can forward fold, keeping our back straight. Once you begin to round your back, you've gone past your range of motion and the stretch is no longer helping you. So keeping that back straight, and that might mean you're not going as far as you could if you rounded your back. Inhale, coming back up. And go ahead, release your feet, and you can move the block back again. Let's just do a few lateral bends. So let's bring up our right hand. We're going to inhale to the left. Exhale, center, switching hands. Inhale, right. And don't just let your arm be a wet noodle. Keep that arm engaged. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. One more time. Inhale, right. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way back in our chair so that we can support ourselves with the back of our chair. We're going to come into final relaxation pose, allowing your feet to come out comfortably in front of you, resting your hands, palms up if you can, tucking the shoulder blades down and under, trying to find a neutral position for your head. And just coming back to your natural breath, in and out through your nose. And if it's comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze on the floor. Gently relaxing our entire body, bringing our body and our mind to stillness. Relaxing the toes and the feet, the ankles and the knees. The hips and low back, chest and shoulders. Your elbows and wrists, hands and fingers, neck and throat. Release the tension from your jaw and tongue. And relax the forehead and eyes and the crown of your head. And bring your awareness to your breath, feeling the stillness of your body and mind, except for the rhythmic rise and fall of your chest. And if your mind should begin to wander, as it will because we're human, simply acknowledge the thought and let it go without any judgment. And just bring your awareness back to your breath. I will now be quiet for a few minutes, and then you will hear my voice again. Very gently bring your attention back to your breath, feeling the gentle rise with the inhale and fall with the exhale. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly open your eyes. Gently bring your hands to the chair behind you. Gently push yourself up to seated. Let's take 3 final breaths together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale. And bring the hands down through heart center. And with your hands at heart center, give gratitude to your body, mind, and spirit. And let's give gratitude to the light on the longest day of the year, the winter, or summer solstice. And give gratitude to yourself for being here today and present in today's practice. And I thank you for practicing with me today. And I would love to hear in the comments how you're feeling after today's practice. You're feeling more grounded or centered. And I thank you all for being here today. And again, just a reminder, my upcoming 8-week yoga practice and the 28-day reboot. Thank you, Betsy. Lovely practice, feeling relaxed and balanced. That's the best part of yoga. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's been a pleasure to lead you through some sun salutations for the winter solstice. I will see you all again. Thank you so much for being here.